Good evening. My name is Dr. Jake Masters. Can you hear me okay?
My ears, like my eyes, are in perfect condition.
Good. Your ophthalmology report says your eyes are 20/20, no major health problems. You seem to be in perfect shape for a 21-year-old.
Do you believe everything you read?
I'm trained to believe in facts.
So you're a neurologist?
No. Actually, I'm a neuropsychologist. See, a neuropsychologist specializes in understanding the relationship between the physical brain and behavior. Disorders within the brain and the nervous system can alter behavior and cognitive function. Your behavior has changed since the accident with Emily. After you received a blow to your head, your mother asked me to work with you to understand how your brain and system relates to your behavior and thinking. So we're here to see about that. Have you ever done a telehealth meeting before?
FaceTime with a doctor, right?
Something like that.
I've researched neuropsychology. Neuropsychologists aren't medical doctors.
And who better to know that than me?
The patient?
Hannah, you're a grown adult. You have the right to walk out at any time if you like, but you're still here. You want to tell me why?
To please my mother, my ophthalmologist, my medical doctor, and my psychiatrist.
Well, it's my job to check their findings. Your mother says that you've been a little morbid lately.
Findings?
Yeah, it's called getting a picture of a pre-morbid personality and abilities.
Pre-morbid?
Basically how you were before the accident.
I suppose all of us have pre-morbid concerns, don't we?
Hannah, do you believe you can tell if someone is going to die?
Yes.
How?
It's called being born.
Well, as soon as this lockdown is over, we'll go to Denver for a break, okay? I'm so sorry that I got stuck overseas with all that's going on.
Yeah.
Honey, what's on your mind?
Nothing.
Well, let me remind you that as your mother for all 21 years of your life, I usually know when something is on your mind.
Did you tell Dr. Masters I have a pre-morbid fascination?
Pre-morbid? Fascination? Hannah, you're the one in AP English, not me. I wouldn't even know what that is.
It's death and overly concentrated preoccupation with the dead or dying. You don't believe me, do you? Mom, why would I lie about something like that?
Honey, I just think that losing Emily, it was just...
When I looked above her casket, I saw something. It was white and gray like a mist. It stayed there and just hovered above the casket. It was the most beautiful and terrifying thing that I've ever seen.
Honey, I believe you. I believe in you. But I want you to believe that there is a life beyond this, that you can live without fearing that you are going to die.
Dad died.
I love you. I want you to be happy. Your father would have want you to be happy. Baby, what would make you happy?
Well, if Dad was alive.
And what else?
If Emily were still alive.
I know there's more, honey.
I would have lunch with Michelle Obama. I would go to the theater, eat popcorn, and drink a 32-ounce cola, then just for fun. I would swim 100 laps around Lake Michigan, even though it was frozen over.
Is that it?
If you could cook me mashed potatoes and vegetarian gravy for dinner.
Good evening, Hannah. Today, I kind of wanted to talk about your dad.
Why is that?
Well, in going over my notes, I noticed some of your neuroscans. There was a spike in brainwave activity when you were asked about him in talks with your previous doctor.
You know, my dad was a judge.
My research shows your dad was the youngest judge to ever sit on the bench in Cook County.
He was memorialized for that after he was shot.
I know. But we don't have to talk about that now. Rather, before the accident, you were extremely outgoing at college, I hear. You were part of, 5 different clubs?
I don't know how to be any other way. It's in the genes. I'm the same way, if that's what you mean. I'm not sure now.
Why is that?
The last time I told somebody what to do, they got killed. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. My mom told me about your wife.
Whoa. It's okay. She was killed in a store robbery.
I'm sorry. It's hard, isn't it? What was her name?
You know what? Tell me about it. How about your dad? How young were you when he died again?
8 years old. How does death affect the brain of a child, doctor?
Well, Trauma-induced changes to the brain can result in varying degrees of cognitive impairment, emotional dysregulation. That can lead to a host of problems, including difficulty with attention and focus, learning disabilities, low self-esteem.
What about hallucinations?
Tell me, Hannah, what kind of hallucinations did you see at the funeral?
It was really hard for me to be there. Especially because these people acted like she knew her so well. Like, she was my best friend. And I couldn't even look at her, like look at her coffin for the first 30 minutes. I was just standing there, numb, not
Go on.
believing.
Take your time. Take your time.
Not believing what I could see. There was this gray mist above her coffin that was shaped like her, and I was looking around the room feeling crazy because I don't think anyone else saw it. And it lifted up and just filled the room, and I just continued to stand there, not being able to feel anything, not knowing what to do. And it felt like her energy was in the room, like I was there with her, but I couldn't say anything. I couldn't do anything.
Did you feel scared at all, afraid?
It was a numbing fear. I felt like I was going to die too.
Okay, so this will not hurt. What we're doing is just brainwave pattern observation.
I'll be fine.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a series of cognitive questions, and you just relax. Close your eyes and answer slowly.
Honey, I'm right here, okay?
All right. Dave picked 3 times as many apples as Harvey. Bob picked twice as many apples as Harvey. If Dave picked 39 apples, how many apples did Bob pick?
Are you serious about this? You do know that I'm a math major.
Yes, of course.
26.
Correct. Now, tell me, what is the missing number that should take the place of the question mark? 3, 8, 8, question mark, 13, 18, 18.
8.
Correct again. Now, keep your eyes closed.
Whatever.
Okay. Which 2 of the following statements proves that Alex has a meeting at 10 a.m. tomorrow? Number 1, Alex will drink coffee tomorrow. Or number 2, Alex usually has
Dr. Jake, since Alex will drink coffee tomorrow and he drinks coffee only when attending the meeting at 10 a.m., it follows that he has a meeting at 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay. What do you want to talk about, Hannah?
I see her. She's inside the store.
Mm-hmm.
She's playfully tap dancing. I see a man. He has a gun.
Honey, what are you talking about?
The gun is being pointed at a man behind the counter. You run in. You fall. You shot her in cold blood. With her in your arms.
What did you say?
Her name was Gwyneth.
Hannah, it's 9 p.m. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just felt like I needed to talk.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah. Nothing that a glass of wine won't cure.
Hannah, you know we asked you not to drink during our testing. You look...
I'm fine, Jake. I was just thinking about what we were talking about in our last conversation.
What was that?
Your wife, Gwyneth.
Listen, we do not need to talk about that.
But she does.
What are you talking about?
You've seen her, haven't you? I see things. That's crazy, right?
You know what? According to every book I've read, yes. But that makes us both crazy. I don't believe this.
Dr. Jake, I know. After Emily's death, it was like I could see things. I remember seeing a beautiful Asian woman. She was stunning, dressed in white, sheer. She was in a small, cluttered room. She didn't smile. She didn't speak, but she communicated that she wasn't complete.
You are a witch. You're a demon to bring up my wife's death. If you wanted me out as your doctor, Hannah, you're a damn adult.
Dr. Jake, I'm not lying. I am telling the truth. Ow. I would never joke about something like this. That's not who I am. You know that.
I will make sure you are discharged before this night is over. I will file a report to ensure that you will never step foot in this medical facility again.
Jake.
Hannah, do not play games with me.
Ross Johnson, the patient you introduced me to during my last brain scan.
What about him?
He's in trouble. Something's not right with him. Can you check on him?
Hannah, what the hell are you talking about? How? I have to go.
Good morning, dear.
This is a rare call.
Baby, are you all right?
Yeah, what's up?
Honey, Dr. Jake called me. He told me that you predicted something was wrong. When he got to the room, Ross was having an aneurysm.
Is he all right?
No, he passed.
Oh,
Honey, I'm so sorry I didn't believe you. I'm sorry. I'm just so sorry. I don't know.
I don't want to believe it either.
Dr. Jake told me that he said some hurtful things. He reached out to me to apologize. He was scared too.
Why? Why would I be given this thing if it doesn't help? Even when I sense death, I can't stop it.
Baby, maybe some things aren't meant to stop.
You could have stopped Dad from dying, wouldn't you?
Of course, honey. I love your father more than life.
Then why did you pull the plug?
Honey, you know what happened to your father. He was on a ventilator for a week. We did all we could. We did all we could.
Give up hope? That was my father, and I didn't have a say.
What would you have said, Hannah? There are some things we cannot stop. Death is one of those things, but maybe there is a chance that, as saddening as death is, that it causes us to appreciate every day that we are given upon the earth. I appreciate every moment I had with your father, and he loved you more than life itself. And I know that if his death would cause you to live, and I mean live a full, happy life, he would die 1,000 deaths. I would die 1,000,000 deaths.
It's strange. I've seen Emily. I've seen Ross. I've seen Jake's wife, but I haven't seen Dad. The one person I would die to see, I haven't.
Sometimes we are called to walk by faith and not by sight. If remember you were scheduled for a final session with Dr. Jake. I know you may not want to speak to him, but I think it might do all of us good to get some closure.
I will.
Honey, you know I love you.
I do. I remember last time I was hooked up to this thing, you asked me a lot of questions.
Well, this time, the only question I have is this: will you possibly forgive me for those things that I said on the phone?
Dr. Jake, you've been my best friend throughout this whole thing. There's no need to ask me to forgive you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that. Anyways, right now, I just want you to relax and just relax. You know what? Hannah, I want you to just take a deep breath. Relax. Tell me what you see.
It's not your fault. I'm sorry for how this is, my love. People get sodas all of the time.
I should have gone into that store.
If I was to last forever, then I'd choose you to be with me.
I didn't know that it would be like this.
My heart still speaks your quiet, beautiful name, please. I love you, my sweet darling. No separation can stop my love for you, not even God. Just one more thing.
I feel so horrible that I couldn't protect you.
The time has come.
I just wish.
Let her speak for me now. Her heart is pure. I only hope that I can help you feel the pain slowly.
Goodbye.
Tell her that her father is proud and says, live.
Live. Live. Live, Hannah.